software professional. I've been a software professional for 20 plus years.
I'm a project manager and I work on government contracts, federal contracts with Defense Ministry, Department of Energy, NASA, just the government focused projects. I have been in the line of my career for over 23 years, but this particular role has been 6 years. My background is in software engineering, as our fellow Toastmaster Anand. But I over time transitioned into project management.
I'm a CPA and a senior accountant for a real estate investment trust company, and I work in the corporate accounting.
You work in corporate accounting, okay. How long have you been corporate accounting?
I've been in my current role for a little over a year, and I've been with the company for a little over 3 years. I was in the real estate area, still doing accounting for about 2 years.
I am a financial advisor. I've been in the financial services industry for 5 years now.
Wow, 5 years. And
What I do I'm retired. I used to be a technical trainer, training engineers and technicians how to break things for a profit. Test engineer.
you were a test engineer for many, many years and taught people how to break things for a profit. What made you think about joining Toastmasters?
Well, the first thing that struck me when I read online a supportive environment where fellow Toastmasters have a collaborative or mutual objective to help each other in oral communication and leadership skill, which transforms into personal growth and self-confidence. And I wanted to develop that. I have discovered over years that what makes a good leader in any environment is one of the key is ability to communicate and connect with people. And I felt I needed some tune-up. So my first choice was Toastmaster instead of looking at myself in the mirror and trying to practice presentation. So I thought if I have an environment where there's a mutual support and we have the exchange of feedback from each other, that will speed up my learning curve.
Excellent.
I decided to join Toastmasters as a conscious choice. I wanted to get better at speaking, get better at communicating, and in general, feel comfortable in front of an audience, be able to deliver what I'm thinking in a nice, refined format, which I've tried before Toastmasters, but with Toastmasters it's helped a little more in terms of organizing, format of the meeting itself, and the agenda, and kind of gave me at least flow of thought and get things in order when I want to speak about something.
I've always wanted to join Toastmasters. I'm the king of filler words. So in order to remove those filler words from my vocabulary, I decided to join Toastmasters.
I had actually thought about it before, but I didn't have the guts to actually do it. And I'm a third generation Toastmaster. My mom was Toastmaster. My grandfather was also a Toastmaster. So I wanted to do it at some point, but I didn't really have the courage to do it on my own because I was terrified of public speaking, right up there with sharks, I would say. And except I find public speaking a lot less fascinating. But but it's a skill that's a necessity, I would say, especially in today's day and age.
Say join, you're gonna find some benefit regardless, whether it's at work, with friends, your career down the line, you're gonna find some sort of benefit. Speak better, get rid of these filler words.
I think it was a sagacious choice of my part. I was working for in a small division of large company, and I was having problems with my immediate manager, who was brand new boss. So I thought, maybe I ought to get out of this. I don't much like the big company organizations anyway. What could I do? And I talked to a couple of people in my network, and they said, well, why don't you teach? You know this stuff. You've been working with it for years. So one of them I talked to was teaching already, and he said, first thing you better do is join Toastmasters. So I did, and it has helped me tremendously. From being an engineer who stood like a stone, stumbled, mumbled, monotone, and I turned into a trainer and was fortunate enough to travel all over the world, literally, and get paid for it, because I had to work 3 or 4 days at a time. So.
Or they don't have time. What would you say to somebody that's thinking about joining Toastmasters?
It's very simple. The way I look at Toastmasters is like going to the gym. The first time you go, or even the first 10 times you go, you don't get results. But over time, when people start commenting on how you look or what's different about you, then you realize that, yes, there's something you've been doing differently. So Toastmaster is not something that you come in and you expect to become a great speaker overnight, but the consistency and persistency, which I need to remind myself too, but that's what makes a difference. And if one is really committed in improving, have a goal, a plan to have oral communication improved, leadership skills polished, I will definitely encourage them to come.
I would say that he should come. It'll enhance his ability to not only speak in public, but it'll teach him a structure that I'd say he sorely needs, and it would just be something that will help him to grow as an individual. And once you're here longer, I mean, you can take on mentorship roles. And so overall, I just think that it's a great skill to have, and it's a great structure to have, and it's like someday we could all speak like John and not use any filler words. I think that's everyone's goal. So.
How do you think Toastmasters is helping you in your career?
Leadership development.
Leadership
I
development.
thought that was the most relevant to me, because I'm trying to be more of a leader in my workplace, and I wanted to gain those skills. I feel like I already had kind of the interpersonal skills, but I needed to work on my leadership and my confidence. So.
First and foremost, by having the R counter and knowing in the back of my mind that someone's counting how many times I'm saying odds and ums and what have you. But also, speaking at work with clients, with other financial advisors, I've also noticed that I've been able to step up and have conversations, answer questions, even though it's on the fly as well. I've been able to adjust and giving me the ability to practice up front, whether it's doing side roles, having a speech, doing table topics. It's giving me the ability to work on my speaking, ability to show some leadership skills as well. Been able to be the sergeant of arms, so it gave me some practice on how to take a leadership role and hopefully that will convert over to my career as well.
Excellent. So not only did it allow you to go teach, but you traveled the world.
Yes.
And I know for a fact, because I've done this too, engineers, some of who are here, are somewhat stubborn, right? So you managed to learn how to communicate effectively to teach others how to do things.
They are learning. I've
Yeah.
watched some of them improve.
And when you were doing Toastmasters, when you were still on the in your career, what?
I don't really care much for the learning path, but I do like coaching. And I think it is helpful. I don't expect to be using it much anymore since I'm retired now. But I like to stay active and keep up with what's going on. And I love being here with all of you young enthusiastic Toastmasters. Unless you want to be a lighthouse keeper for the rest of your life, you're going to have to learn to communicate. And if you want to advance in business, any form of business endeavor, you're going to have to communicate to groups. And there's no better way to learn to do that than Toastmasters.
Excellent. Thank you, John. Thanks for being here.